YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. I am a working mom with 2 boys and I own a small jewelry company called Briar Layne. This is the second time I filmed this video. I actually filled my iPhone. I didn't know that that was even something you could really do, but I had probably 10,000 pictures because I keep all of my earring photos, or I did previously, on my iPhone. I filled my phone, so I couldn't film until I deleted data, apps, photos, videos. So then I transferred a whole bunch of stuff and filled my iCloud. It literally wouldn't hold anymore, so now I have to pay for extra. It's just been a thing. So I spent like a whole day getting my phone cleaned up. All the pictures for my earrings are specifically moved to my iPad. So now I can film again. There's room on my camera, which is really convenient because that's what I film on, is my iPhone. Okay, so if you watched my last video, I did a quick Christmas haul. Today is the day after Christmas. I did a quick Christmas haul of what Jason had got me. It was all kind of small business related stuff for the most part, which is what I wanted anyways. And today I want to go through the items a little bit kind of closer and take a closer look at them and see what they look like up close, take the items out of the box. I was gonna flip you around and have you to be like a down view, but sometimes I don't know why, but I feel like it's not as personal. It's like kind of impersonal when you do that view for certain things. So I'm just gonna hold the items up and hopefully that's okay. So come hang out with me while I go through my Christmas items. Okay, so the very first item, which I've showed all these in my last video, it was just not a very in-depth, is this light box. This is the brand QYX Inc. It's essentially a photography light box, and it is just made to take pictures in. Let me pop it together. I think it just pops together. Okay, so I just really quickly put it together. Sorry, the lighting is, it is what it is. So it's just a photography light box. It does have a hole on the top, and it came with all of these like pads, which I'm assuming just kind of somehow pop in here so that you can have a background that's like black on the inside when you do stuff. So I want to really step up my photography game on my pictures. I take all my pictures in the corner of my desk. They look all the same because I take them all the same, and they do look pretty. They're kind of like farmhousey, but when you have certain themes of earrings, it doesn't really make sense. So I want to do something that's a little bit more kind of professional and like, I wouldn't say bougie, but just something that's more professional. I do feel like things like that are a good representation of your shop and how you run your business, by having, you know, clean and crisp packaging and nothing that's like over the top and crazy, and professional looking photos, but they're not like crazy and overdone. I just want to have like basic but clean, simple type of vibe for my pictures. So I'm gonna play around with that. Well, maybe I'll do a video on it. I also have a whole big thing of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that I would like to play with in this also, that I can use. This is not all put together very nicely, that I can use also in this bit. So then I can put the scrapbook paper, whether it's on the bottom and I take the photo from the top, or whether it's on the back, and I'll show you some other accessories that I got to go with this, because that was one of the big things that I wanted to practice on. Again, here's the brand, and it does come with all the little pieces. It's pretty simple. It was pretty inexpensive. Next, to go with that, I got 2 like accessory sets, or Jason got me 2 accessory sets. So this one is like a glass. They're not glass. They're like plexiglass. Is that what it's called? Plexiglass? Oops, I just zipped it closed when it was already open. So it's a set of, if I can get them out without dropping them. It's a set of oh, that's nice, these mirrored pieces, and they are essentially just a photo prop. They're like a flat, they have a film on them, so they're kind of hazy. They're like a flat piece that you would kind of stack, and you can take like the mirrored pictures on them. Does this have a brand? Made in China. So this bag doesn't have a brand and I don't have the box. So they came off of Amazon. I think they were literally like $10 or $12, pretty cheap. But that's to go kind of with the, you know, the vibe of trying to get some more kind of just like professional looking photos. So I'm excited to play with that. I'll do like a, I don't know, playing around with photography video. So there's that. And then the next thing I got was this whole box full of, does this have a brand? No, nothing, unmarked box. Was this whole box of these, like, what would you call these? Foam pieces, but it's not foam that's like, when I think of foam, I think of like in boxes, like noodles, or the kind that you like stick your plants in a plant stand. These are like really thick, like, dense, like really dense pieces, so they're not gonna like fall apart or bend. However, they do imprint. I already actually stuck my finger into one on accident, and they do imprint fairly easily, so you have to be careful when you pick them up if you have fingernails. I don't have long fingernails, but I have fingernails, and so you have to be careful. So there's like all these different shapes here. I'll show you some of them, and I think if I counted right, there's 10. So there's like squares, there's rounds, there's all different sizes. There's like a flat square. I think there's 10 pieces total. And then in the bottom, there's like a big old round one. So these are kind of cool because I feel like you can really play around with like stacking these. Honestly, you could paint them if you wanted. You could stack them for a look of some sort with like a background and hang a necklace on top of them. So again, I think that was like $10 or $12, very inexpensive. So that was the photography type of stuff that I got. The next few things I got are, I needed a new scale. So I have a scale from Walmart that was like $12 or $15, and I swear to God it's not accurate. I've put some like really heavy things on it and I've dropped it a few times. It's really old. I do weigh some of my packages, especially when I do sales and wholesale stuff and things like that. I need to weigh and measure things. So I did get a new scale. So let me open this. Oh, it is pink. You guys, it's pink. What? Okay, so I thought that maybe they were out of the pink one because the box is silver. And I was like, that's okay. It's still gonna work better, but it is pink and it goes with the rest of the stuff that I got. Okay, I had to turn, my phone rang. I'm starting to get sweaty. I had to turn the camera off because my madre called me and I had to take the phone off to answer because I'm filming on it. So anyways, this is by, where was I at? Was I at the brand? I think I was at the brand. So this is by this brand, Munbyn. I've seen this brand all over, it's Munbyn. I've seen this brand all over YouTube for the small businesses. They do a label printer, which I also got, and they do a bunch of other accessories. So this is by the same brand, which I actually guess I didn't realize, but that's awesome because it's all like the same clear pink matte. You can't tell because the light's so bad in here, but it's just like a pink scale, and it does have a lid that pops up so something doesn't like roll off, and it's pretty weighty, but it's nice because it's a little bit compact and it's like skinny, so it will fit in a drawer. And then it just came with like the charger and the directions. So yeah, that I'm excited to have because I just, you know, there's nothing wrong with the one I had. It works perfectly fine, but I just wanted to get like a fresh updated one that maybe was a little bit more accurate. Plus I kind of love the pink. So if you guys have watched my videos, my studio is done in kind of like a natural boho with like macrame and pampas grass and like abstract art and kind of like the burnt oranges and the browns and creams and stuff. I like that, but it's never been something that was really me. I just really like wallpaper for one thing, but I love pink, and this is the one space I spend a lot of time in, and I just want it to be a better representation of me. I did these colors because I had some of the stuff that already matched, and I like it. It's very pretty. It's very kind of classy, boho chic, but I want to do some like completely crazy floral pattern wallpaper on either end of this wall, and then paint the rest of it like a really light white pink color and do it all pink. So maybe I'll do a video on that, but it is what it is for now. So the pink accessories, I could have got like white or silver, but I wanted the pink accessories to go with once I eventually make this room over. Okay, what's next? Next, so there's just a handful of things left. So like I said, I've seen the mun bin stuff all over. So I did get the shipping label printer. So, and like I said in my last video, unfortunately, I still hand cut all of my shipping labels, which sounds crazy when I think about it. I should have bought this a long time ago and I didn't. And so when you get 20 or 30 orders in a day and you have to cut every shipping label out by hand and then you have to scotch tape them on, one, it's extremely time consuming. Two, it just looks a little cheap and janky. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that. It saves money. It's efficient, it's fine, but it's not efficient as having this. It didn't make sense for me in the beginnings when I was getting 2 or 3 orders a day to spend the few $100s and get like all of these extra accessories. Now that I'm doing a bigger volume of daily orders, it makes more sense to have these items. So I'm really excited. I haven't set it up yet. It's also pink on the top. It just comes with like the little cord, and then I did get some of the accessories, which I'll show you. But yeah, I'm really excited to use it. It's going to make things so much more efficient for me, and it's supposed to work off. So I have a laptop that I never use. I mostly just use my iPhone and my iPad. Those are the 2 things that I use for most everything. Unless I'm printing something, then that's like gone through the computer. But for the most part, I try to do all of it on those smaller spaces because I can do that like sitting in bed at night or something like that. So where was I going with that? This can be used with your iPad or your iPhone. So you can print the labels directly off of those said items. I haven't set it up yet, but it has really good reviews. A lot of people have this. I see it in a lot of videos, so it must work pretty good. But I'm really excited to use it. It's going to make things a lot nicer. So then I did get some of the accessories, or Jason got me some of the accessories that go with it. So the first accessory is the mun bin, what do you call this? Label holder tray, I guess you would say. I'm not sure exact what it's called. It's like a label holder. And what it's made to do is it's got this little like dowel guy at the top so I got these. I guess I should start with these. So these are label stickers. Right now on my packages, all my bubble mailers are sealed, obviously with the bubble mailer sealer itself, but they are sealed with a little sticker that says fragile, pretty things inside. Sometimes I switch the colors up. I get them from a super nice lady, but I wanted to be able to make my own because I want to design some that are different than what I have. I just got all new bubble mailers in, which are pink, so I should have got white labels, but I think Jason had already bought these by the time, because on Black Friday they had a huge sale on bubble mailers, and they were like a few dollars off. Some of them were like $5 or $6 off a package, which if you bought bubble mailers in bulk before, $5 or $6 is $5 or $6 when you're buying hundreds upon hundreds of bubble mailers. So yeah, I should have got the white ones, but these will work. Honestly, the pink on pink's not a big deal, and I can do some kind of framing on these or border. So this sits on this little dowel in here. So anyways, I bought these because I want to make my own. That was the moral of that situation. So this little guy, these hold this, and as it prints through the shipping printer, it kind of just turns and rotates and they pull off, versus like if you just have this sitting like on a desk, they're sideways, they're going the wrong direction, or whatever it may be, doesn't really work out. So this kind of goes really hand in hand with the printer, and I think it's going to work really well. It seems like, I mean, it's not like the best thing made ever, but for what its purpose is, I think it's perfectly fine, and it seems like it's going to work like no problem. Okay. So that is all of the printer stuff, the stand, the scale. I think the only thing I haven't shown you, which is downstairs in the garage because Jason is putting it together for me, is my drill. So I don't have the box. He's, like I said, putting it together for me. It is a like table bench drill. So currently, let me show you an example here. Uh-oh. Okay, so currently I do a lot of stacked pieces where it's like, you know, charms that are all stacked together with jump rings. They have a teensy little hole. A teensy, the lighting in here though. A teensy little hole on the bottom because a lot of charms come with a hook on the top here, and they don't have one on the bottom. So I needed to be able to have a way to drill holes in the bottom. So I didn't have a drill bit. Why could I not think about that? I didn't have a drill bit that was small enough, or really a good setup. We have a lot of tools, but we didn't have quite the right what we needed. So my dad is a woodworker. I just take piles over to him and I'm like, hey, here's where I want the holes, drill the holes. Then I use them for stack pieces. I don't want to have to go over to my dad's to do that, and I just didn't want to have to be like going over there constantly to get stuff. So I got this, Jason got me this little drill, which I actually this morning asked him to put together and didn't realize it doesn't actually have the drill like bits. So it's the drill itself, but you can see in the picture, you have to buy your own drill bits. And I don't know why I didn't even think about that. That's silly that you wouldn't. It wouldn't just come with them unless it was one that came with like a pack or something, because there's varying sizes. So he's putting it together, and then I'm gonna hop on to probably like Amazon or something and order whatever I can find as the smallest set of drill bits for a jewelry like kit. That's what I want to use for this is a really small. I'll have to like ask my dad what size he uses on these ones, because it just perfectly fits a jump ring that's the size of jump rings which I like to use, which is 5mm. And so yeah, I mean, I don't have it up here because it's not put together, but it's a desk drill. I'll show you once it's all put together, and we'll well, I guess I have to wait until the bits get here, but once they get here, I'll do a video of me. It's essentially just like it's a drill, so it just drills a hole. It's like got a bar and it makes a hole in your item. So hopefully we won't have any problems with the metal that I'm gonna be drilling into. It's pretty thin, not like crazy thin, but they're charms, so it's not like it's going through, you know, 3 inches of steel or anything. So that's exciting. That's going to make it really nice that I can just literally do those items here on my desk in my studio on the spot and not have to go anywhere to do them. So. Okay, well, my room is a complete mess. There's boxes everywhere. It's so funny because I get it all clean and I'm like, oh, this is so satisfying, and my anxiety goes down. I'm like, this looks so nice and clean, and then I have to like pack orders or new supplies comes in, and then it just turns into like a bomb blew off, and it's just like stresses me out having all that stuff there. And I've had all this stuff sitting here because I wanted to film this video, and I didn't want to put anything away or hook anything up until I had filmed the video. So now that the video is filmed, I'm going to put away what I can put away, which is like the scale and the labels, and put those into drawers so it's at least off my desk like surface space. And then when Jason gets back, he's gonna run some errands. We are having a get together with my family tonight, and he went to go get some like pizza and run some errands. The baby is sleeping. Talon's playing on his new VR. Yeah. And so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and then I might download all of this footage onto my iPad and work on editing that until he wakes up. So I at least need to get this mess cleaned up. So that was my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am really excited to use this. It's really just going to be such a huge help in my day-to-day business life when it comes to packing orders. I'm not going to have to cut shipping labels anymore. I'm not going to scotch tape them on there because I don't know if I mentioned that, but these are sticky. So they're like a giant sticker, and so you just peel it off and then you take your bubble mailer and you stick it on. It's gonna look so much nicer, and I'm not gonna feel as like janky with my like scotch tape that's like folded over the edges and my like printed taped on. So not that there's anything wrong with that. It has worked this whole time and I'm doing just as well whether they're taped on there or not. So I want it to look a little bit more kind of streamlined and professional and clean. So yeah, I'm really excited for everything I got. I'm gonna clean up this mess, and then I'm gonna go do some editing, and then maybe when Jason gets back later, I will pull the camera out and we will put together the whole label printer situation, I'll pull my iPad out and record that of setting the program up and then trying to use the program to actually print something. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and checking out my Christmas presents / new small business supplies. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, we will see you guys in the next video.